Let us now begin the part 3 consisting of chapter 11 to 15. This part consists of chapter 11 to 15, which are who crosses Maya, nature of Prem, secondary devotion, Bhakti, easy way to practice Bhakti, and social customs. Who crosses Maya? Sutra 46. Kastarati kastarati mayam ya sangam tejati yo mahanubhavam sevate nirmamo bhavati. The meaning of words: Kaha means who, tarati crosses, kaha tarati, tarati crosses, mayam the world of senses, yaha he who, sangama contact, tyajati gives up, yaha who, mahanubhavam a great spiritual man, sevate resorts to and serves, nirmamaha free from mindness, bhavati becomes. Translation: who crosses the maya? Only he who avoids all contact with such objects of senses as are likely to inflame passions, who resorts to a great spiritual soul and serves him, and who is free from mindness or idea of possession. A saint is the supreme refuge for those who are immersed in the formidable ocean of samsara or worldly existence. Maya is the illusory power of God, which takes you away from reality and attracts you to the fleeting sensual pleasure. The working of Maya is very subtle. It is very difficult to detect her. The aspirant must be very, very vigilant. Kastarati, kastarati. The question is asked twice here. That shows the difficulty of getting rid of Maya. The phrase is repeated to add conviction to the answer. Sangama. It is attachment for external objects. The real and strong attachment is the attachment to the ego. The latter attachment must be cut asunder first. Sutra 47. Yo vivikta sthanam sevate, yo lokabandhana moolayati, nistray gunyo bhavati, yoga kshemam tyajati. Meaning of the words: Yah, who, vivikta sthanam, a lonely and holy place, sevate, resorts to, yah, who, lokabandham, worldly desires of or bonds, unmulayati, roots out, nistragunyam, free from the effects of the three gunas, bhavatihi, becomes, yah, yoga kshemam, acquisition and preservation, tyajati, gives up. Translation: he who resorts to a solitary or holy place, he who roots out worldly desires or bonds, transcends the three gunas and gives up all ideas of acquisition and preservation. One's own heart itself is the most secret or lonely and sacred place for meditation. I repeat, one's own heart itself is the most secret or lonely and sacred place for meditation. A solitary place is one where the din and noise of the talk of sensual desires and craving for sensual objects does not penetrate. Sutra 48. Yah karma phalam tyajati karmani sannyasati tato nirdvandvo bhavati. Meaning of the words: Yah, who, karma phalam, the fruits of actions, tyajati, gives up, karmani, actions, sannyastati, renounces, tataha, then, thereby, nirdvandva, free from pairs of opposites such as pleasure and pain, good and bad, heat and cold, bhavati, becomes. Translation: he who renounces the fruits of his actions and who renounces all actions goes beyond the pairs of opposites such as pleasure and pain, good and bad, heat and cold. When the devotee dedicates the fruits of all his actions and the actions themselves to the Lord, he is freed from the effects of virtuous and vicious deeds. He is not affected in the least by pleasure and pain resulting from the pair of loss of the results of actions. Such a devotee is beyond the effects of the gunas. He is ever immersed in the remembrance of God. Selfish actions have no attraction to him. Sutra 49. Yo Vedanapi Sanyasati Kevalam Vichinna Anuragam Labhate. Meaning of the words: Yah who Vedan, the sacred books or the Vedas, Api, even, Sanyasati, renounces, Kevalam, undivided, unalloyed, Avichinna Anuragam, uninterrupted flow of love, Labhate, attains. Translation: He who abandons even the Vedas, even the rites and ceremonies prescribed by the Vedas, and obtains undivided and undiluted and uninterrupted flow of love towards God. When the devotee advances in his devotion, he gets merged in the Lord. He is not capable of performing any Vedic rite or worldly action. The devotee has realized the ultimate aim of all Vedas. The devotee does not deliberately renounce the Vedas. The Vedas themselves withdraw their control over him as he has realized the goal of his life. He is now above the injunctions and interdictions imposed by the Vedas. Sutra 50. Sa tarati, sa lokanstarati. Meaning of the word: Sa, he, tarati, crosses, Maya or ocean of samsara, Lokan, all the world mankind, Tarayati, helps to cross. Translation: He verily crosses Maya, he crosses this ocean of samsara, all limitations. He helps mankind to cross also. He overcomes all limitations, he goes beyond Maya and helps others also to go beyond the sea of sufferings or the ocean of samsara. He becomes a true savior of the world. He sanctifies the entire universe. A scent of God realization can lift others to the divine status in an instant. A weak swimmer cannot help a drowning man. He who is immersed in worldliness cannot elevate others to the status of divinity. He cannot give a God consciousness to others. Anuraga, referred to in the previous aphorism, is the highest rung in the ladder of devotion. It is the only means that will help the aspirant to cross Maya and overcome all limitations. It will enable him, after realization, to help others also in reaching the goal and crossing the formidable samsara. The means of attaining devotion and the marks of those who have attained such devotion have been described in all the above aphorisms. Chapter 12. Nature of Prema. Sutra 51. Anirvachaniyam Prema Swarupam. Meaning of the words: Anirvachaniyam is incapable of being described precisely, not capable of being expressed in words. Prema Swarupam, the nature of love. Translation: The nature of love towards God is inexpressible in words. The intrinsic nature of divine love defies precise definition or description. Bhakti or divine love is a realization so profound that it is not possible to describe it adequately and exactly. This is to be felt by the devotee himself. Even in the worldly parlance, it is impossible to describe the taste of sugar candy to one who has not eaten sugar candy, the nature of sexual happiness to one who has not enjoyed it, and the nature of sun and sunlight to blind man. Hence the term Anirvachaniyam is used here. Sutra 52. Muka Swadana Vata. Muka Swadanavata, the meaning is like the taste of a dumb man, like the dumb man's experience of tasty thing. Translation: Just as the taste of a dumb man. The nature of love is indescribable as the taste of a dumb person. It is like a dainty dish tasted by a dumb person who is unable to express the taste. Direct experience of divine love is something which is produced without the help of any external stimulus. It is a vision of truth or God which transforms the being of the devotee. It is not a thrill. It is not ordinary self-forgetfulness. The devotee feels the Lord's touch within the heart. The dumb man will reveal his experience through smile. He may dance and jump with joy. Sutra 53. Prakashate Kvapi Patre. Translation of the words. Tatu, that love, Kvapi, some, at any place and time, where everything is favorable to its appearance fit, Patre, receptacle in a fit recipient, Prakashate is manifested, is revealed. Translation. But that love or devotion manifests itself in a fit receptacle in a qualified person only at some place or time. What when association with the saints will avail? If the devotion of love is inexpressible in words and consequently incommunicable from person to person? To this question, the answer is that the operation of devotion or love is telepathic and not through any grosser medium. Sutra 54. Gunarahitam kamana rahitam pratikshana vardhamana vichinnam sukshmatarama anubhava rupam. Meaning of the words. Gunarahitam meaning devoid of all attributes. Kamana rahitam bereft of desire. Pratikshana vardhamanam expanding every moment. Avichinnam of ceaseless flow. Sukshmataram extremely subtle. Anubhava rupam of the form of feeling of the nature of inner experiences. The translation. It, that is the divine love, is devoid of all attributes, devoid of all desires, expanding every moment, continuous, most subtle, and of the nature of inner experience. It is impossible for the ordinary human mind to have any conception of this exalted divine love. It is different from the grosser love for things of this world. Bhakti is realizable by intuition alone, though bhakti is beyond speech and intellect. It can be directly intuited when you contact with God in your innermost being. Sutra 55. Tat prapyam tadeva lokayati tadeva shrunoti tadeva bhashyayati tadeva chintayati. Meaning of words. Tat means that, love, devotion, inner experience, object of love. Prapya having attained, tat that, eva alone, avalokayati sees, tatah that, eva alone, shrunoti hears, tat that, eva alone, bhashayati speaks, tat that, eva alone, chintayati ponders over. Translation. Having once attained that, the devotee sees only his object of devotion, hears only about him, speaks only about him, thinks only of him. Attaining this love, the devotee sees nothing but love, hears only about love, speaks only of love, and thinks of love alone. The chapter on secondary devotion. Sutra 53. Sutra 56. Gauni Tridha Guna Bhedartha Adi Bhedadva. Meaning of words. Gauni means secondary bhakti. Tridha means threefold. Guna Bhedat according to the difference of qualities, that is Sattva, Raja and Tamas. Artadi Bhedat according to the distinction of the worshippers as the afflicted, the seeker after knowledge, the self-interested. Va or. Translation. Secondary devotion or the Gauni Bhakti is of three kinds according to the qualities Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, and according to the distinction of the aspirants, the afflicted, the seeker after knowledge, the self-interested. So these are the three types: the afflicted, the seeker after knowledge and the self-interested. The primary type of devotion, ahaituki or unmotivated, without any self-interest, through which the devotee attains his beloved Lord has been discussed in the previous sutras. Now the secondary bhakti is being discussed. Worship done without selfishness or is sattvic devotion. So first is without any selfishness. Worship done for getting power and wealth is rajasic devotion, and worship done to endure others is tamasic devotion. Sutra 57. Uttara smaduttarasmad purva purva shreyay bhavati. Meaning of the words uttarasmad, that than each succeeding one, purva purva, each preceding one, shreya, for the better, for the sake of highest good, bhavati, it works. Each preceding one kind of devotion is more conducive to the highest good than the one succeeding it. Rajasic bhakti practiced in order to obtain power and wealth is better than tamasic bhakti, which involves divine help to endure others. Sattvic bhakti is still higher, for it only aspires to know God. A devotee who has intense vairagya or dispassion never rests satisfied with anything less than the supreme God realization. Mukhya bhakti is superior to sattvic bhakti and para bhakti is superior to mukhya bhakti. Chapter 14. Bhakti is easy to practice. Sutra 58. Anyasmad saulabhyam bhakto. Meaning of words. Bhakto, in devotion with respect to divine love, anyasmat, than others, than any other, saulabhyam, easy recognizability, cheapness, the nature of being easily obtained. Translation: the practice of devotion is easier than other methods in the attainment of salvation. Bhakti is easier than any other way of approach to God. Karma, Yoga, Jnana are the three other paths. It is only a help to knowledge and devotion. It purifies the heart of the aspirant. Vedic rites can be performed only by wealthy people. Yoga is beset with difficulties and dangers. The yogi gets powers and misuses and gets downfall. It is very difficult to practice pratyahara, pranayam, etc. The pursuit of knowledge is dry for some, while that of devotion is sweet and enjoyable. Jnana Yoga demands vast study, sharp and subtle intellect, both understanding and gigantic will. Sutra 59. Pramanantara Sana Pekshavat Swayam Pramanatvat. Pramanantarasya, meaning of any proof other than itself. Anapekshatvat, meaning because of non-dependence. Swayam, that is itself or in itself. Pramanatvat, being of the nature of a proof, being evidence. Because it, that is devotion, love, does not depend on any other proof, as it is proof of itself. It does not require a second person to prove to one whether he is happy or miserable. It is not necessary to apply any interference to know it. Any amount of argument cannot convince one against one's own experience. Direct experience is the primary and infallible means of all valid knowledge. Sutra 60. Shanti Rupat Paramananda Rupascha. Meaning of the words Shanti Rupat, because of its being of the form of peace of mind. Paramananda Rupat, meaning because of its being of the form of supreme bliss. Cha, that is and. Translation: the path of devotion is easy because devotion is of nature of peace and supreme bliss. The devotee forgets everything, even himself. He truly lives only for God. He lives in God. Sutra 61. Lokahanno chintana karya niveditatma lokavedatvat. Lokahano, meaning with regard to the miseries of the world, in respect of social disorganization, chinta, anxiety, thought, na means not, karyaha should be cherished, is to be entertained. Niveditatma loka vedatvat, meaning on account of his having surrendered to the Lord, in Lord his own self, the worlds and the Vedas. Translation: the Bhakta should feel no anxiety about worldly concerns, as he has consecrated himself, the world as well as the Vedas to the Lord. Chapter 15: Bhakti and Social Customs. Sutra 62. न तत् सिद्धो लोक व्यवहारो हेया किंतु फल त्यागस्तत् साधनश्च कार्यमेव. Meaning of words: tat siddho, for attaining it in the development of devotion, loka vyavhara, social life, social custom and usage, na means not, heya, to be neglected, kintu, but, phalatyagah, renunciation of fruits of action, tat sadhanam, means helpful to it, its performance, cha, and karyam, must be performed, eva, certainly. Translation: till bhakti is developed, one must not neglect to observe social customs and ceremonies. One should surely perform them, but only the fruits of all social activities are to be surrendered to the Lord. So long as this bhakti is not achieved, the ordinary way of life should not be given up, but renunciation of the desire for reward of action and discipline preparatory to it should be persistently practiced. Conscious efforts must be made steadily in the form of selfless work and discipline of the mind. Sutra 63. Stri dhana nastika vairi charitram na shravaniyam. Stri dhana nastika vairi charitram, meaning description or the behavior or conduct of women, wealth and ungodly persons who deny the authority of Vedas and the existence of God and of enemies. Na means not, Shravaniyam means should be listened to. So the translation: stories of or description of women, wealth, atheist or enemy should not be listened to. Sutra 64. Abhimana Anda Bhadikam, meaning Abhimana Bhandikam Tyajam. Abhimananda Bhadikam, egoism, hypocrisy and other vices, Tyajam, should be given up. Translation: egoism, hypocrisy and other vices should be given up. Egoism, hypocrisy, etc. are the enemies of devotion. They should be totally annihilated. It is difficult to give up these evil traits by effort. The proper remedy is to divert their courses. Cultivation of the opposite virtues, that is humility, modesty, simplicity, will easily remove them. Egoism creates a barrier between man and man. An egoistic man separates himself from other. Sutra 65. Tada arpita khilacharaha san kama krodhanni vanadi tasminneva karaniyam. Meaning of the words: tadarpita khilachara, one who has dedicated all activities to him. San means being, kama krodhanni manadi, desire, anger, egoism, etc. Tasmin, with reference to him, eva, alone, karniyam, should be employed or shown or cherished. Having once dedicated all activities to God, he, the devotee, should show it at all. His desire, anger, egoism, etc. only to him. Sutra 66. Trirupa purvakam nitya dasya nitya kanta bhajanatmakam prema karyam premaiva karyam. Meaning of the words: Trirupa purvakam, transcending the triple form, having broken through the three forms, that is, of secondary devotion, modified by the three qualities sattva, raja and tamas. Nitya dasya nitya kanta bhajanatmakam, consisting of constant loving service such as that of a devoted servant or wife. Prema means love, karyam should be practiced. Prema, love, eva, alone, karyam should be practiced. Translation: Love and love alone, such as that of a devoted servant or a wife, which transcends the three forms mentioned before, should be practiced. Devotion or bhakti, which seeks to serve and love without any motive whatsoever, which has risen above the triad of lover, love, and the loved, should always be the ideal of a devotee. The highest form of divine love or devotion is the feeling of the lover, the art of loving, and the object of love merged into one. Sutra 67. Bhaktah ekantino mukhyayah. Ekantin meaning single-hearted, those who possess one-pointed devotion to the Lord for His own sake, those whose only object of love is God. Bhaktah, devotee, mukhya are primary. Translation: those who have one-pointed devotion to God for His own sake are primary. Bhaktas who are exclusively attached or devoted to the Lord are the best of His devotees. Here we end this part 3 consisting of chapter 10 to 15. In the next narration video, we will conclude this Narada Bhakti Sutra, which consists of chapter 15 to 20. Thank you for listening.